Once again here, Botanica Rail, showing you a quick tour of early spring. And you'll see here, the first one we're talking about is this Japanese maple. And you'll see that it's already budding. You can see their little red buds there. The leaves on this tree come out bright red, and then they kind of go green about halfway through the season, and then they turn burgundy again. That's how you can tell. I mean, it's waking up, because see, they're kind of dark like that. They have like a little shell, and then once they're ready, once it starts to come out, they're gonna look like that. So this is a Japanese maple, pretty nice. I had it for about 4 years. Snow Mountain Pieris, doing real good. It blooms this time of the year, so not much to say other than it looks in its prime. And the Japanese australis got a lot of winter damage this year, but even then you can see that it's going to be okay. I might take off these leaves, the damaged leaves, later on, but as of right now I just wanted to get enough energy to produce, you know, new stems and get going again during the season. Here's a little elephant that I decided to put in there. But the daffodils are all on their prime. Some are already done. You know, it's a late winter bloomer, early spring. And then here is the Hydrangea Pineaculada. I know I get a lot of questions about this one. If you can see, it also starting to bloom. All I did about a week or two ago, my last video, I think, I trimmed them up and got it ready for the season. And you know, it's been warm a couple of times. You can see it right there, it's starting to bud up. And just like I said, as long as you cut it above a node, you know, you can see that out of each side, 2, some of them even have 3. But I checked that tree right there, and that one's a little behind, but it's already showing growth of some buds. And look at some other stuff. Here's a rose of Sharon, and also you can see that it's starting to throw out new leaves. You know, that's a nice thing about spring. Just, it reminds you of what's to come. And then always having something like daffodils that, you know, let you know that spring is here. You can see some of the older daffodils already, you know, wasted. You're gonna leave these here until they basically turn yellow and die on their own, because the whole objective is they get, you know, their energy through photosynthesis. So if you cut them off right after they bloom, then you're not letting the bulb re-energize for the next season. So I just leave them. If you don't like them, you can cut them off. You know, once they're spent, they're dead. But I just leave them. And then if you want to, you could divide them once they die off at that time. That way you know exactly where they're at. But I planted these last November, I believe, the ones on the side. And look, all of them are in full bloom. You know, another thing I want to bring up is a lot of people give up on conifers if they get damaged. But you know, if you try to correct what was going on, for example, all these 4 conifers, they're emerald green Arborvitae. This one is always in shade, and you can see zone 8A, that's prime because it gets so hot here. But for example, this one got burnt real bad, and I know it's the sunburn because they're all on the same side, you know. But I didn't throw them away. I gave them a second chance. I spent quite a bit of money on each of them, like 30-40 bucks. So I didn't, you know. And as you can see, they're getting better. So give them a second chance, you know. Just because you see, unless you want your garden to look, you know, spot on perfect, which everyone does, but you know, sometimes it's impossible. But they do recover. They are slow to recover. You could definitely tell that it's one side that's burnt, you know. But hopefully with time and with more mature roots, this one's recovered pretty good. And basically the problem that I had was I wasn't watering them enough. In zone 8A, you basically have to water them every single day in the summer. And obviously as they mature, they get better root systems and you don't have to worry about it. But you know, you got to do your part. But I think they're looking okay, all 4 of them. And then right here we have a butterfly bush. I think it's Lone Behold, but you can tell that it's starting up. I also put mulch in here. That's something I don't think I had on the last video. I might talk about that later on. But here we have a fig tree, and look at that. You know, the signs of life are everywhere. Every stem has them. Some people don't like fig trees. This right here was caused to that winter storm from last year. Killed a lot of it, so we had to cut it off, but it, you know, suckered quite a bit. And the growth habit is kind of like a big sphere, circle. And they have real big leaves, and it'll look nice in this new area where I'll put them. And then obviously this side is conifer, so most of them at least. There's blue atlas cedar, like always, standing out. I was a little bit worried about it. Started losing some leaves in the fall, but I guess it's normal. And you know, just wait like a month or two, and it'll be amazing. This right here is also another recovery from the winter storm last year. We had to cut it off, and I put it in a pot for a whole year, where it was a more controlled area, and it looks pretty good. It's an Indian hawthorn with pink blooms, but it's doing pretty good. The grass is starting to wake up, but it's still, you know, somewhat asleep. And I have some failures too. This is a Cordyline, and I left it outside and it froze, but you know, all the leaves died. But I left it, and look, it's growing. So I'm gonna see what happens. You know, don't give up on your plants. I was trying not to give up on this one, Hollywood hibiscus, but it bit the dust. It died, and I know it too because the branches are not even. Some of them don't even break right away. See there? I think the cold busted the cells, and you can see it's squishy down here. That's a big sign that it's lifeless. All these, I have some blue agave there, some American agave, all of them. And then I have this other one that's also another recovery from last year's winter storm here in Texas, really bad. But you know, I'm giving it an opportunity. I dug it out the ground, and I have it in a more controlled area, and it's doing okay. Once again, the garlic, every garlic that I put, every garlic that is grown. So that's gonna be interesting. And then strawberries. But this is just a little random section that I have.